Going on, everybody? It's your boy, that Pens fan 412, and I'm coming back at you with another and arguably the most bamboozling bombshell of a game this season. It had good feels, it had bad feels, it had happy feels, it had sad feels. That's as far as my rhyming ability goes. Anyway, let's roll into it. The Pittsburgh Penguins are at home Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh, and we're going up against the Florida Panthers, that other team from Florida, who's technically the better team from Florida now, but also like not. Weird. They got all this talent. Anyway, so the starting goaltenders for this evening are Casey DeSmith, and I don't know the guy's first name, but his last name is Lyon. And I'm not lying. I've never heard of Lyon. Not like I I'll admit, I don't really pay attention to the Florida Panthers hockey organization. Sue me, right? I'm sorry, Florida Panthers fans, if you're watching this. I don't pay attention to your franchise as much, which is something that you also probably say, given the fact that out of the two teams in Florida, the Panthers are the less likely ones to actually sell out an arena. Anyway, burn. Somebody get Ashton Kutcher in here to burn. Anyway, can you tell I try to be non-biased, but like you gotta have a little smack talk sometimes. Anyway, rolling into the first period. This game's crazy, by the way. If you guys didn't watch this game, you're nuts. Go back and rewatch. Even if you just watched a recap, there's enough there that you can probably watch like 6 hockey games in one hockey game. Anyway, let us begin. So we're into the first period, and the first thing I'd like to point out, we did not get scored on in the first minute. For all the scoring that happened in this game, none of it happened in the first minute of the first period. Thank you. Thank you. Another couple things going into this game. Christopher Letang is back. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. He's back. And he's better than ever. You'll see. You'll see. Which that's awesome. For the people that paid to be in attendance of that game, y'all watched a good game. Arguably a history making, at least for a Penguins fans, a history kind of game, right? But 6 minutes and 42 seconds into the first period, Barkov is in the offensive zone. He gets the puck over to Ekblad, back to Ekblad, who gets it over to Reinhart, former Buffalo Sabre. I like to point that out because I watched the Buffalo Sabres. But yeah, and Reinhart puts it into the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Panthers. 2 minutes later, at 8:08, Panthers are on the power play. Here we go again with this power play stuff. And Barkov has the puck again in the offensive zone. He gets it over to Brad Montour, and Brad Montour, who I play a lot of NHL. This man's a defensive defenseman on the power play. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Montour fires it on the net, and it's one of these, like, they call it a wrist shot for Tkachuk, but it was like kind of a wrist shot, kind of just like he deflected it in, and they look at it, it was in, and it's 2-0 Florida. But don't you fret, Pittsburgh, because at 10:56, Christopher Letang has the puck in the offensive zone. He's back at the point, and he shoots it on net, and it deflects off of Evgeny Malkin, and then it deflects off of Rickard Rakell, who it goes in the back of the net, and it's 2-1 Pittsburgh. And Rakell, one thing I'd like to point out, made sure that it was in the back of the net, because after it went in, it came back out, and he took it again and put it back in the net just to be sure. It was like the most hockey dad thing I've ever seen, just making sure. Got to make sure. And then 2 minutes later at 11:58, well, 1 minute later, sorry, almost 2 minutes later, 1 minute later at 11:58, Drew O'Connor's got the puck in the offensive zone, and Drew O'Connor gets the puck over to Ryan Poulang, and Poulang gets it over to Dotton Heinen, and Dotton Heinen puts it into the back of the net, and it's 2-2. It's all tied up. Fans are going nuts. 7 minutes later at 18:14, Denton Heinen has the puck in the offensive zone and gets it over to Brian Dumo, and Dumo sees his partner Christopher Letang, and he's like, "Oh, I know what I have to do." And Letang's literally got his stick like, "Just shoot it right on this. Hit my stick. It'll go in." And Letang, of course, was right. And Dumoulin luckily hit Letang's stick. He was aimed perfectly at it, and it went in. And Chris Letang gets his third goal of the season. Again, in a game that he came back from another traumatic experience that this man has had this year. And it's 3-2 Pittsburgh. But this game wouldn't be crazy if we didn't have a moment of craziness. There's a couple moments of craziness, but this is like first real moment of craziness. Aaron Ekblad has the puck, and he passes it, and it goes past Carter Verhaeghe, and it's going into our zone. And if anybody knows of all the other hockey YouTubers out there, there's a very specific one that I would like to quote Mr. Steve Dangle himself to Casey DeSmith, who I'd like to say, and I'm sure you've heard this: if you are a goaltender, tend the goal. There, I stole Steve Dangle's little catchphrase moniker. I apologize if there's any issues with that. I obviously look at that man's YouTube channel as a motivation of what I could possibly become, or what this channel could possibly become. And so I am going to take it from the absolute champion himself. This is going to be on Dang It's. We already know it. Casey DeSmith, literally, I can visibly see the man say, "Dang it," when he's trying to take his glove off and it didn't come off the first time and he had to do it again. He said, "Dang it," probably like 400 times to get a sip of water, because he comes out of the net to poke the puck out of the way, doesn't complete that at all, and Carter Verhaeghe pokes it, and it just goes into the back of the net, and the game is ultimately tied up 3-3. We roll into the second period, and 10 minutes and 34 seconds into the second period, on the penalty kill, mind you, we gave up a shorthanded goal here. The Matthew Tkachuk gets the puck over to Sam Reinhart, former Buffalo Sabre, and Sam Reinhart gets the puck up to Ekblad, who snapshots it into the back of the net. And it's 4-3 Panthers. Shorthanded goal. But at 9:19, the Penguins are on the power play, and we capitalize this time because Jeff Petry's got the puck, and he shoots it, and it like he and then Gensel gets it, and then Gensel gets it over to Crosby, takes it in with that good old backhand superstar ability that he's got over there. He literally is the reason why that is a superstar ability in a video game, because of Sidney Crosby, who, I don't know if you know this, can shoot the puck on the backhand better than some guys can shoot wrist shots. And Sidney Crosby puts it in the back of the net for a power play goal, backhand shot, and it's 4-4. Rolling on into the third period, and Lomberg has the puck. He gets it over to Cousins. Cousins is right here, and at that point, I'm saying, oh my God, Nick Cousins. This guy always ends up doing something against the Penguins every time we play against him. And he gets the puck to Colin White, and Colin White does the old around the goalie in front of the crease and puts it into the back of the net, and it's 5-4 Florida. But that's okay, because at 10:29, Dayton Heinen, this line's out here again. Dayton Heinen gets the puck over to Ryan Poulang. And Poulang gets it to Drew O'Connor, and Drew O'Connor forces it into the back of the net with a wrist shot. And it was glorious. And we're tied again at 5-5. At 14:30, the Pittsburgh Penguins are on the power play once again. Christopher Letang has the puck. He gets it over to Sid the Kid. Sid the Kid sees Gino standing over there. And what I am now calling Gino's office. Ovi's got the other side of the ice. Gino's got that side of the ice. Gino's on that side of the ice. And he gets a 1T. And that 1T goes into the back of the net. And it is 6-5 Pittsburgh. Gino Beast Mode is what the commentator said. Gino Beast Mode. I love it. It's great. But at 17:28, Carter Verhaeghe's got the puck in the offensive zone. And he takes it to the net. And Casey DeSmith he's in the crease. But if anybody's watched DeSmith before, the guy's really not. He reminds me a lot of Mike Smith, where he likes to stay farther back. And if he would have been farther back, he probably would have stopped this. But he was further out in the crease, and he got caught. And Verhaeghe goes around him and puts it into the back of the net. It is 6-6. You heard me, right? It is 6-6. All tied up, and we go into overtime. And before we get to the goal in OT, there's an opportunity for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Gensel gets a 1T chance, which Lyon makes arguably the best save of the game against Jake Gensel. And Gensel's just mind blown. Like, this guy actually makes saves. We're making saves in this game. Is that what we're doing now? Like, we're actually making saves? But it doesn't matter, because at 4:06 in overtime, the Pittsburgh Penguins are on the power play. Luckily for the reverse rules, we're on the power play in overtime. Things are about to happen. Crosby's got the puck. He gets it over to Gino. Gino gets the puck. He gets it over to Chris Letang for a one-time shot. Score! 7-6. Going home. Elvis has left the building. Chris Letang gets 2 goals on the night. Man is a beast. An absolute juggernaut in this game. And it's a really feel-good moment. It's a very good feel-good moment. The place goes nuts. Letang goes nuts. Everybody goes nuts for Letang. And that's the game. Your 3 stars of the game. First star, obviously, 100% undoubtedly, Christopher Letang. With 2 goals and 2 assists on the night, 4 points. He's got to catch up with, being out so often. He's got to catch up with everybody else. Give this man the Norris. Just out of just do it. Just do it. Bias. Straight bias. Man's been through a lot. Give him a trophy. Give him a couple trophies. And then the second star of the game is Evgeny Malkin. Third star, Carter Verhaeghe. Shots on goal in Pittsburgh's favor, 49-39. Faceoffs in Pittsburgh's favor, 58.7 to 41.3%. How much do you want to bet at that 41.3%? Was Barkov winning every faceoff he was out there for? Because Barkov is a faceoff god. I know that much. Power play chances in Pittsburgh's favor, 3 out of 5 scored on, 1 out of 3 for the Florida Panthers. 6 minutes given up for the Penguins, 10 for the Panthers. Hits are tied to 27 apiece. Block shots in the Panthers' favor, 28-14. Giveaways in the Panthers' favor as well, with 4 giveaways to Penguins 16. Takeaways also in the Panthers' favor with 11-9. But hey, that's it. This has been that Pens Fan 412, and I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. I expect honesty around here, folks. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, if you just want to give a shout out to Chris Letang, use that comment section down below to do it. And I will see you all in the future. Peace out, everybody.